kind of put to the wayside. And so when we look at politics, I like to talk about just the understanding of people that are in it. And one of the best ways to kind of look at how people are kind of built in general isn't necessarily from a morality standpoint or from an ethical or a humanitarian standpoint. Let's look at it from our needs. If anything, we can talk to each other and see how needy we are for each other. I said just the other day, the animals, when they're first born, they learn their first survival skills right off the bat. They learn how to eat. They learn how to walk. They learn how to breathe, right? You learn immediately what you need to survive. If you don't, then you don't. What are the first things, if not the first things, that a human person does after we take that breath? Our first breath is to turn around and start screaming. It's cold. We're uncomfortable. We don't even know what hunger is yet. We just went through a traumatic ordeal, and what do? We yell for help. We are needy. We need things. Okay. Maybe I'm not talking the same language. Maybe we need something else. Okay, those of you that love those video games out there, you know, when you got a hunger bar, you got a thirst bar, you got a stamina bar. That is what we have. Those needs. You ever play The Sims? Yeah, those needs. So we're going to go back to the OG himself, the one who built the pyramids. That's Maslow. Now, Maslow's hierarchy of needs has a whole bunch of different ways with it, and we're going to talk about that. And of course, like true apolitical talk show style, we're not just going to talk about the hierarchy of needs. We're going to use it as a tool to compare where we are in politics ourselves. Can the Maslow's hierarchy of needs explain where some of these rhetoric increases, some of this violence increase, some of this partisanship, some of this tribalism, some of this ignoring of facts and objective reality to create our own echo chambers and media silos?
Disability or who is blind? Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. From the Chicagoland to lands afar. With Derrick Geyer, your sports czar. The game's the place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast takes, no time to blink. The Windy City roar, the fans ignite. Your circus of sports under radio light. Big Time Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Guiding the sports fan. Chicagoland.
Welcome into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. I'm your host, Derrick Geyer, and joining me in studio is Bob Mariner.
Howdy, howdy, folks. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday indeed. And let's get going with a few of the top stories of today. So, Chicago sports headlines that include the Chicago Sky's Angel Reese making history.
Oh, boy.
How do you think she made history?
Oh, I know. It's a little scandalous if you ask me, but I'm old-fashioned.
Oh, okay. Old-fashioned, but that's okay because, you know, when you have an $8,000 a month apartment and you're only getting paid like $76,000 or $84,000 a year, you got to find a way to make a little bit of extra money, and that is exactly what she did. She became the first ever athlete to walk the Victoria's Secret fashion show runway. Easy for me to say on that one. So, yeah. So
I did do a double take on that when I was scrolling through my Twitter feed today. I scrolled past, and then I scrolled back. I'm like, no way did I read that right. At least it's not OnlyFans, right? Hey?
No, yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, at least it's not OnlyFans, but I had absolutely no idea because I'm looking at this thing, and, well, I did have it pulled up here, but anyway, I was looking at her walking the runway, and I just could not absolutely believe it. I'm just going, oh my God. Like, she's rather attractive.
She can get it.
Yeah, she was. Okay, now.
Oh, I'm talking about, the paycheck from Victoria's Secret. Come on.
Yeah, okay. As long as we're keeping it, somewhat clean here.
I said I'm old-fashioned, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. You get the paycheck. If you're walking the runway for Victoria's Secret, you're definitely collecting a paycheck on that one. Let's see. I don't know why, but apparently Caleb Williams is still getting, or he's discussing the criticism, after this past Monday's Bears game. I don't care. They won the game. They're 3-2. And he's already on track to potentially have a 4,000-yard season, assuming that he does what he's been doing this entire season so far.
He's still young. It's still, I know it's second year in the NFL for him. I say it just like a lot of other people I talk to say it is his rookie year. He threw out last year. There's been plenty of great quarterbacks in the NFL before who just were terrible.
Yeah, had slow starts. Couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat in the middle of a lake. So there's that. Let's see. The Chicago Blackhawks kicked the hell out of the St. Louis Sucks Blues last night by the score of 8-3. That was fun. Also, in other WNBA news, in 2026, the WNBA All-Star Game will be held in Chicago. And let's see, what else do we have? Caleb Williams already talked about that. DJ Moore, a receiver for the Chicago Bears, has returned after being hospitalized following a hit in Monday night's game. Something to do with his groin-ish area. Speculation on that was that there's like some sort of torsion issue that had happened there.
Yeah, when I saw him go out, I was thinking more something with the shoulder. But yeah, you're putting that much force running, you get hit like that. Things move a weird way. And I'm not going to compare football to ballet, but my sister was a professional ballerina for a while, and you know, even the slightest weird move can really mess something up for you in the long run.
Yeah, this is very true, and things are delicate down in the basement area for guys. Let's just leave it at that. And then, unfortunately, come to learn that Sandy Alomar Sr. has died at the age of 81. He was a former White Sox infielder and former coach for the Chicago Cubs. I actually had the pleasure of being a video intern when he was with the Cubs. So he was with the Cubs from 2000 to 2002. And he was a funny individual, to say the least. He would mess with a lot of the younger and rookie players from the team.
Good guy. He made sure to keep it, a little levity.
He kept it loose for sure. That's without being, that's for sure. So I'm going to read this now from MLB.com. So Alomar Sr., patriarch of iconic baseball family, passes away at 81. Definitely an iconic family. Sandy Alomar Sr., the father of Hall of Famer Roberto Alomar and six-time All-Star Sandy Alomar Jr., passed away in his native Puerto Rico on Monday. I'm disappointed to learn about this until now, quite honestly.
There's a lot of sports news on the internet. Not everything pops up right away.
Yeah. Alomar Sr. was a speedy middle infielder who played for six clubs, most notably from 1970 to 1974 for the Angels, whom he was an All-Star in 1970. He's the only player in Angels history to play in 162 games twice, doing it in both 1970 and 1971. Alomar Sr. played parts of 15 years in the majors and was subsequently a coach with the Padres in 1986 all the way to 1990. He was with the Cubs, as I had mentioned, from 2000 to 2002. He also coached with the Rockies from 2003 to 2004. And he did a stint with the New York Mets from 2005 to 2009. All told, my goodness, I hope I will not have a professional longevity like this. He spent nearly 50 years involved with professional baseball.
That is ridiculous.
That is absolutely insane as far as I'm concerned. I would need to live until I was 99 years old to be a professional, and that is not happening.
And not just involved, but just alone played.
Yeah.
1,481 games played.
Yeah. I mean, and you're talking like, what was it, 184 games or no, 154 or something. When it doesn't matter. 162 games, divide that. So yeah, 15-year playing career, and he was a speed demon because he totaled 227 stolen bases.
Wow.
Yeah.
He liked to run, eh?
Yeah. It was funny because I remember.
I mean, this is crazy here. It's like 227 stolen bases and 307 attempts. Oh, he was good at this.
Yeah, he was good. He was definitely good at stealing bases. And I remember because I was able to, I had the security clearance to basically roam around Wrigley Field, right? So I would get on the field as they were taking batting practice and warming up and catching and everything.
Why not? How many times in your life are you going to have the chance to be able to do that?
Oh, just about 81 home games.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty freaking cool. Going in the clubhouse. This was when Mark Pryor was a rookie.
Oh, geez.
I remember giving Mark Pryor a bunch of Smurf. Hey, how you doing? He's introducing himself, right?
Yes.
Hey, I'm Mark Pryor. Hey, Mark, I'm the video guy, Derrick Geyer. It was like, so you gonna stick around, or are you just here for like a cup of coffee?
Oh, jeez.
And that was and that was probably like, and I had no idea what was going to happen or anything, But he was like, okay, I gotcha.
Is this the first time you met him?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Well, he just got drafted.
Okay.
He finally made his way on the team. But, I digress. This isn't about the Mark Pryor story. I'll get into that later, But so it's September. I'm on the field. They're warming up. Sandy Alomar, Sr., is playing catch with, oh my God, I forgot. He was like the super, or not really like the super utility guy, but he was a utility guy. And I got to look at the 2002 roster, and I'll tell you a little bit better.
That was just a little while ago.
Yeah, just a little while ago. But, you remember a guy by the name of Kevin Ory? He was supposed to be like the hot shot,
yes.
big shot, new third baseman to come in and save the franchise and all that stuff. Well, he finally gets his call up, for September. And Alomar Sr. is playing catch with one of the guys that's been on the team, the whole season. And he was like, Ori wants to get in on the catch. So kind of like have a three-way catch. And Alomar Sr. is going, no. We're like, well, what do you mean no? He's like, he starts like, flexing his arm and everything, as, you guys can see on the youtube.com at WRMN app here. And so I'm flexing my arm, like loosening it up and everything, winding it up. And he's like, no, you can't handle this heat, Rook.
Oh.
And, the utility guy's just like, he put his glove in front of his face, and I'm just like standing there going, like, I got my hand in front of my face, and I'm like I kind of do the like palms up thing, and I looked at Sandy, and I'm like, he just shrugged his shoulders, like almost like, hey, I'm freaking Sandy Alomar Sr. here. I've forgotten more baseball than this rookie here knows about baseball.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, that was one of my, probably one of my, favorite stories. Also, sidebar, considering that I was talking about Kevin Ory, the bullpen catcher was throwing batting practice the one day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so all of a sudden, Ory gets out of the batting cage, had a absolutely smurf round in the batting cage. He goes to one of the other players who's like, oh my God. He's like, one of the guys that he's talking to is like, what? Like, he's throwing like Kevin Brown. And Kevin Brown back in 2002 was a big freaking deal. He had a heavy fastball, a sinker. He was a dog back then. And I just like, I'm like, did I just hear this right?
He thinks everybody's out to get him.
No, well, it was like just like the stuff and everything, like the heavy fastball. And I'm like, oh, well, there this is right here. This is it. He is not going to be anything for the Chicago Cubs. Right here, in this instant, when he is saying that the bullpen catcher is throwing like Kevin Brown, no, he is not doing it for the Cubs.
I got
no
5 RBIs, 9 hits, 32 at bats in the 2002 season.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a call up too. So
yeah, I mean, he got his chance, but no, it doesn't look good. It doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you guys are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410. We will continue this sports chat on the other side.
If your idea of therapy involves a fishing rod, a tree stand, or a campfire, then you need American Outdoors Radio. Host John Cruz speaks your language, whether it's about the best lures, tracking game, or that one buddy who always forgets to bring the beer. John's got the tips to sharpen your aim, the hacks to pack lighter, and the stories to keep you entertained. Again, that's American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz. Saturdays at 7 a.m. on WRMN 1410. Or stream it at WRMN1410.com. Get ready to outfish, outhunt, and outcamp them all. on American Outdoor Radio with John Cruz.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel.
Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. Their max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
We are AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees. We represent 700,000 federal and D.C. government workers who are the vital threads of the fabric of American life. We support our nation's military. We take care of our nation's veterans. We protect our nation's borders. We respond to our nation's crises and natural disasters. We provide services to our nation's seniors. The American Federation of Government Employees. We work for America.
Welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. I'm your host, Derrick Geyer, and in studio with me for this evening, it is Bob Mariner, not to be mistaken with the Seattle Mariners that are taking. Oh, I wish you were part of that. That would be fun.
Yeah, a lot of people think that my family's affiliated.
Yeah, I don't think you would be here in the studio right now if that were the case.
No, although my father is abandoned his choice, or what his normal choice would be for World Series hopeful. By my father's
the Chicago
logic,
Cubs?
Well, hey, him and I both. But when a Chicago team is, in the running for it, and then they lose, the way my family always goes is whoever beat us, that's who you want to win. Because we lost, but if we lost, at least we lost to the best. Now, my father's going with just the last name. I'm like, really? The Mariners? Well, it's our last name, so I want to root for them. So I'm still not behind that. And, hey, whatever. Pick and choose. Like I said, it doesn't matter much to us now that the Cubs are out.
Yeah, well, what I was saying yesterday and probably the day before was the fact that, I really absolutely want the Milwaukee Brewers to go to the World Series and win. And my rationale is because, okay, Jed, okay, Ricketts, you got beat by your division rival, and you now have to rest with those freaking consequences. So what are you going to do about it?
You've made Derrick angry, guys. Come on now.
I
Make
mean,
him happy, please. Do it for us, okay?
Yeah, don't do it for me. Do it for like the rest of the Chicago Cubs fans that frickin' deserve a World Series championship now.
Yeah,
again.
I was like, we had one, a little while ago.
Yeah, but
don't get greedy now, right?
No, after 108 years. I want the greed. Someone said greed is good, and I'm pretty sure it was like on Wall Street, that movie or whatever.
Yeah, Mr. Greco.
Yeah, well, hey, greed is good. I don't care.
Gordon Gekko, right?
And yeah, so hell, I would even take the 13 or 14 years that the Atlanta Braves were in consecutive playoffs. Well, granted, they only won one World Series, but 14 years in a row where you are in the dance.
I think we need to get my father back to Wrigley Field. I remember at some point in the season in 2006, my father, he's like, you guys, 2016. And my dad goes, you guys need to get your stuff together. He said this to Mr. Tom Ricketts, ended up in our box seats over at Wrigley Field. And everybody's, Mr. Ricketts, shaking hands. No, my dad goes, you need to get your bullpen together.
Well, that sounds about right.
And he still claims, he goes, I'm the reason that I yelled at him. Now, it's okay. He pulled him aside and started giving him the guff, giving him a little smurf, as Derrick would like to say, because he did use, he knew him back from the days of working in the Board of Trade.
Oh, okay.
So, yes, of course, all of us who did not know that connection were shocked when he started laying into Mr. Ricketts, who came to shake hands and make nice with the fans.
Yeah, see, it's always nice when you have that kind of relationship and everything with some bigwig, whatever. And me, I mean, you've already heard it, like kind of like laughing about that. And I'm talking about, off air, or actually giving Mark Pryor a little bit of grief and everything when he was coming into the locker room for the first day, introducing himself, trying to get to know like the Cubs staff and stuff. And I mean, I gave Sammy Sosa some stuff. I gave, my God, Carlos Zambrano.
All right, now that one is a little dangerous. Okay. So,
no, he was, you had to know like his moods and everything.
Okay, fair enough. He could be a fun guy.
Oh, he was a fun guy. He comes in, he did his bullpen session or whatever. He comes in the video room, sits down, because that was like the only place that really got good AC back then.
Yeah, stay cool, baby.
So he got done with his bullpen. He comes in. It's like one of those 90-degree August days, humidity up the yang. And, it's like, yeah. So, and then I forget the conversation, but we're going back and forth. It's like, you're talking to me about that. It's like, me telling you how to pitch. It's like, no. But, still, it's... Yeah, it was fun.
He was he tipped great. He used to come in Marcello's Father and Son, and we'd serve him pizza back a long time ago when I used to work in the restaurant industry. But nice tipper, good family. But yeah, don't catch him on a bad day.
Yeah, don't catch him on a bad day, that's for sure. Today is a good day here on Big Top Sports, 1410 WRMN.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Centos. A Burbank woman was cited in a crash last week that left 3 people hospitalized, including one that was seriously hurt, according to Batavia police. 21-year-old Belinda Gomez Matube was issued a citation for failure to yield, vehicle turning left after the crash that occurred at around 8:55 p.m. last Tuesday at the intersection of North Randall Road and McKee Street. The preliminary investigation revealed a Chevy Trailblazer driven by Gomez Matube was driving north on Randall Road when the driver attempted to turn left and crashed into a Dodge Ram headed south on Randall Road. Extrication was required after the collision. Gomez Matube and the 28-year-old Dodge driver were hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries and were soon released. A 24-year-old man who rode in the Chevy was receiving advanced medical treatment as of Wednesday of last week. Members of the marching bands from 5 Elgin Area School District U46 high schools will perform during a showcase at Streamwood High School's Millennium Field on West Schaumburg Road on Thursday. The program begins with a performance of the national anthem at 6 p.m., followed by the Streamwood High School's band at 6:15, Elgin at 6:45, Larkin at 7:15, Bartlett at 7:45, and South Elgin at 8:15. Admission is free and gates open at 5:30 p.m. A total of 132 runners from Aurora successfully completed the 2025 Bank of America Chicago Marathon on Sunday, joining more than 50,000 participants who crossed the finish line in Grant Park. This year's marathon, the 47th edition of the event, attracted runners from all 50 states and over 120 countries. The 26 6.2-mile race started and ended in Grant Park with runners traversing 29 of Chicago's neighborhoods. The Chicago Marathon published a complete list of local runners who ran in the race. All results were unofficial as of Monday afternoon. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you tried online gaming. Who knew 12-year-old boys could be so mean? And where did they learn to swear like that? 2 hours of losing to these underage trash talkers, and you're starting to question if maybe you really should stick to pickleball and other boomer stuff. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. 800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
At that point in time.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Tonight, a slight chance of rain showers before 7 p.m. Partly cloudy with a low around 55. Looking ahead to tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 75, with temperatures falling to around 73 in the afternoon. Currently, it is 66 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town.
Which is positive, and both teams try to do it, but right now Chicago with a lot of offensive zone time.
Zello at his first NHL.
Let's go!
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland. Football frenzy and hoops so high. Baseball swinging as seasons fly. Hockey blades cutting swift and true. Sports carousel spinning just for you. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score.
Oh, welcome back into Big Top Sports with your sports idiot here, Derrick Geyer, here on WRMN 1410 AM. And the reason why I said sports idiot, if you're listening and you're watching on the YouTube, you probably got a little bit of an extended break there with myself talking about Carlos Zambrano and what he was asking about my then, girlfriend at the time. But I digress. But if you want to possibly get those more oopsie moments You might want to tune into youtube.com at WRMN Radio, or if you want to be a part of the sports conversation going forward, feel free to call in at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410, or text line at 505-926-1410. That's 505-926-1410. And, of course, all the WRMN apps, the tune-ins, the smart speakers. Yeah, so we're here for it. And also in studio today is Mr. Bob Mariner, sporting the Chicago Blackhawks jersey there. Is that one of the older ones?
Oh, I got
you got the Hoss.
I got Hoss, baby.
You got Hoss.
Oh, Lord, how I miss him.
Hossa, Hossa. Yeah, the defining moment that I knew the Chicago Blackhawks were going to go to the Stanley Cup Finals, I realized that he was hurt in 2010, which was their first Cup year. But
Correct.
that first game that he was playing, I forget the team. I remember the play like, it was nothing, because he picked up. So there was a wanky shot or something that went up in the air. He turned around, picked it up, and all in one motion, dropped it. The puck did not hit the ice, but he hit the puck right into the back of the net, right past the goalie. And I'm like,
it's like when you're pitching yourself as a kid. You toss it up and you just a lot harder to do with a puck and a hockey stick.
Yeah, we're going to the Stanley Cup Finals. This is the guy that we need. He's been chasing the cups. We're gonna get a cup.
I was gonna say, seeing him go team to team, he's like, I know, my time it's getting there. I need a cup, and just seeing him go as soon as he landed on the Blackhawks with the people that we had there, that was great, and couldn't have been better getting him from Detroit. I know there's a lot of Detroit fans in my circle of friends.
Hey, by the way, say that again.
I said a lot of Detroit fans are in my. Thank you. I agree with it. That's one of the best Blackhawks commercials back in the day, is Jeremy Piven sitting in at the empty UC. Detroit sucks. He's like, you could almost hear it now. Get your tickets. The season's coming. Well, to get him from Detroit just made that extra special. And I remember the first game that they had up against Detroit, once we got Hossa, I believe he gave us the go-ahead goal in that game.
Man, talk about a different vibe.
Oh, yeah, it's one of the many times I've almost got my butt whooped over at the United Center, because of course I'm going to be sitting in the 300 level, hanging out with all those wonderful Detroit fans, and I was giving them a little guff. I go, hey, thank you so much for Osa. I go, I bet you a beer that he's gonna bury you guys tonight. It'll be the reason. He sure did. And I got my beer, but he almost threw some hands. Thank you to my friend Dad and my friend Chris for standing up for me that night. And thank you, Mary and Hossa, for all the wonderful, wonderful things, joy and memory that you brought us.
Oh, definitely, without a doubt on that one. And speaking of the Chicago Blackhawks,
which is positive, and both teams try to do it, but right now Chicago with a lot of offensive zone time.
Renzello at his first NHL goal in the home opener against Montreal is Nazar with speed. Nazar cuts in. Nazar scores!
He scores!
And then he gets tackled by Neighbors after running into the goaltender.
And Crevier's there.
And now he celebrates.
There he goes. He might want to jump in the pile and help the boys out. But what a play that was, and it started with Bertuzzi on the boards in the defensive zone for the Hawks. Jody, you said it. It was a great play by Bertuzzi to get the puck up the ice.
You see the little footy.
Yeah, and that was courtesy of TNT Sports.
Hey.
Yeah,
turning on the afterburners in that one, man.
Yeah, well, it was a nice play behind the net to get it off to the far boards, and just that little dink, pass to Nazar, who is already in full flight.
I mean, the kid can move over here.
Yeah. So we saw that in the first game going up against the Florida Panthers, where he had that nice breakaway.
That was great. And that game against Florida too. First of all, thanks a lot, Bettman. Really, you're going to take one of the last place teams and put them up against the Stanley Cup champions for this first game of the season? Like, not cool. Not cool at all. All right. I'm very angry with you for that, among plenty of other things. But I was very pleasantly surprised with the Blackhawks that game. Be able to keep it within a goal like that.
The fact that they only lost, and I say only lost by a score of 4-3, and the way that they, so.
Well, I mean, Nazar's goal in that first one too.
It was.
I was like, a lot of people got excited, and it looked great, but I mean, I'm like, you can't hope for a breakaway like that every time. Seeing him, go on the outside, beat these 2 D-men was pretty awesome. Seeing that he could turn on the speed that fast. Now he did remind me a lot of Luis Mendoza from, I don't know if you guys remember the Mighty Ducks. Kind of an old Disney movie, but Mendoza, he was the fastest skater on the team, but the kid couldn't stop. I saw that play, and I just see Nazar go right into the net, and I'm like, I've seen this somewhere before.
Yeah, and after seeing this again and really paying attention, because I've seen this highlight like a few times now. Yeah, he didn't even get bumped by the St. Louis defender there. He just right into the goalie, and so I could understand why there was like some ire as far as like the defense from the St. Louis Blues and everything.
Well, anytime you get in the crease,
you're going to get whacked.
If you're not going up against it once your goalie gets touched, you're not doing your job as a hockey player.
Right.
So I maybe the the headlock, the slamming your head to the ground, maybe a little much. Now I know you were saying something before the show.
Yeah, and I was going to touch upon that, but as I believe it was Darren Pang, like one of the color guys on there for the TNT broadcast. He's over. So you've got your guys coming to your defense because you just got headlocked and bulldogged, wrestling term there, to the ice, or essentially just your head slammed to the ground. And you're out there celebrating on the far dot while your boys that are backing you up are in some, grappling fisticuffs, not really, fighting or anything, but you're there going, woo, doing your like impersonation of like Ric Flair, over there. And then, maybe I was like, yes, I scored a sweet goal. Oh, hey guys, I'm over here. You should be celebrating with me. Oh wait, no, they're protecting my arse, and they're getting into it with them. And then he goes after skating over to kind of like this where all the scrums are going on. And okay, nothing's going on over here. And then he's the only one that's like skating to the bench and like dapping up his teammates after the goal, which is customary.
Of course.
But yet, how about, hey boys, thanks for having my back. Thanks for like whatever. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm being the grumpy old Smurf right now, going get off my lawn, because hockey is one of the ultimate team sports.
Oh, dear God, yes.
And, you stick up for your boys, and afterwards, then you celebrate. Maybe I'm
I think this is forgivable. I believe that I say this is forgivable.
Okay, talk me off the ledge here.
No, the reason why is...
Or off the lawn.
Get off my lawn. Yeah, it's his second goal this season. The kid's 21 years old. All right, I guarantee you, somebody probably is like, hey, we got this. All right, now you get a little further into the season, you're gonna be in the pit. You're gonna be in the scrum when you're scoring like 6, 7 goals. Second goal of the season. You're young. The first one was a breakaway. This you really showed your talent. Celebrate. It was also a little weird kind of a celebration. I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I mean, it's like maybe go a little harder. I missed the Patrick Kane sellies, tell you the truth, but. Let him have this one.
Well, if you were watching the Detroit Red Wings Sox yesterday, you would have got one of his classic snipes.
Oh, boy.
From, just a little bit outside of the right dot, right on the circle line. I mean, the puck couldn't have been on his stick more than a second.
It's
and it's just, I know it's Kaner, but I forgot how fast, he just let stuff rip. And so right now, if I am going down like the scoring leaders for the Chicago Blackhawks, who would you say is up there in points?
Oh, geez. All right. Well, I mean, Bedard's
don't think too hard.
Bedard's not going to be all the way. It's going to be like Nazar, Teravainen, I'd say.
Well, it's Nazar, Bedard, and Teravainen.
Okay.
They all have 6 points.
There you go.
So Frank Nazar has 2 goals, 4 assists. So does Connor Bedard. And Teuvo Teravainen is an assist machine yet again. And he's got 1 goal and 5 assists.
Hey, that guy's fun to watch skate, man.
The more important part right now, as far as I'm concerned, is looking at Connor Bedard, Frank Nazar, and Teuvo Teravainen's plus minus right now. And Ilya Mikheyev.
Yeah, that's somebody I wasn't really paying much mind to.
No.
Until yesterday.
Well, yeah. I know it's early in the season. How many games have they played so far? 5?
Yes, 5?
Okay, so with that being said, right now, plus minus is Wyatt Kaiser, the new defensive. I believe he's the new defensive person for the Chicago Blackhawks. Yep.
Yeah, Wyatt Kaiser. It's a third line D playing with Louis Crevier.
Sounds about right. But he's a plus 5. And then you're talking, but I mean this is the important thing for me, because last year, while leading the team in points last year, Connor Bedard, he had a god awful plus minus.
I never really. No, I mean, yes, obviously. It's a stat that counts, but it's just one that I try not to pay too much attention to.
Well, sure, because
you start getting like, you're a minus 10 or minus 15 or something, then you're just like, you shouldn't be on the ice.
Probably,
or that's real
more
bad luck.
Yeah, well, that's more important for like defensive guys, in my opinion. But even still, it just means that you're out there for a lot of the scoring for you. So right now he's a plus 1. So he's got 6 points, which means he's been on the ice for 5 of the goals against.
Yeah.
So
it's not always.
But it's not his game.
Fault,
no, it's not his game.
You said it yourself. It's a team sport. So
right. But yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean to have 6 points on the season, be a plus 1. Yeah, hey, you're still a plus. All right, that's not bad. But yeah, Wyatt Kaiser, plus 5. Arden Leshinov, plus 5. Teuvo, gotta love Teuvo.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Howdy, folks.
Yeah, just a couple of folks out for a nice evening walk here on October the 16th, Thursday. And yeah. Well, we will continue more of the Chicago Blackhawks talk on the other side of this break. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM.
At Britain's Touchless Car Wash, they know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch, because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's Touchless Car Wash has 2 convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community. Text BRITT to 30400. That's BRITT to 30400. Now for your free car wash. And see why Britain's Touchless Car Wash is the fast, gentle, and reliable choice.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
If your restaurant's grease is causing problems, don't worry. Hopkins Grease Company is here to help. Since 1947, they've been providing reliable grease recycling, grease trap services, and more for restaurants across the Chicago suburbs. With a full fleet and expert staff, they offer quick professional service. And as a family-run business, they pride themselves on delivering personal service you can trust. Call Hopkins Grease today at 847-458-1010. That's 847-458-1010. Hopkins Grease, the Fox Valley Grease Boys.
Political party poopers got you down? Shake it off and join me, Dennis Sonar Green, every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN for A Political Talk Show, where we cut through the doom and gloom with a focus on America first, constitutional values, and a populist perspective that puts you, the citizen, at the center of the conversation. At WRMN, the talk of the town, we're not afraid to challenge the status quo and bring you the straight talk you need. Whether you're frustrated with the political establishment or looking for a clear, some nonsense analysis, this show has you covered. Tune in. Let's take on the issues together with a fresh, unfiltered approach. Catch us every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN, A Political Talk Show. WRMN, the talk of the town.
Back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, and that's River Media Network Sports. That is how I do it. Susie C., Elliot L. Train Serrano of the WRMN Morning Show. No, I do not always do just sports. No, I don't do that. And that other voice that you are hearing, it is Bob Mariner joining me in studio for today.
Hey, folks.
We are currently talking Chicago Blackhawks hockey. We, at the top of the hour, for those of you that may not be listening, we will be getting into some left-hand turn racing, also known as NASCAR.
Gotta love my left turns.
Yeah, love your left-hand turns. So if you want to get in at the top of the hour and you want to talk some NASCAR with Mr. Bob Mariner here, he is the guy to talk to. So that phone number is 847-931-1410, 847-931-1410, or you could text in at 505-926-1410. You can also see our lovely mugs at youtube.com at WRMN Radio. And before we hit the top of the hour break, well, right now it is looking pretty decent for the Chicago Blackhawks in the Western Conference, the Central Division, as it were. So the Central Division, the Chicago Blackhawks have played 5 games, by far the most in the division and conference right now. They are sitting at number 4, which is a pleasant surprise. But like I said, other teams have like 2 games at hand, 1 game at hand. So that may or may not change depending on like the victory. Yeah, it's still early, but it's nice to see right now at this point of the season where, well, the Blackhawks don't look terrible.
They don't. The first game or two.
That's kind of indicting, isn't it?
No. The first game or two, that what I saw was a lot of bunching, a lot of disorganization. The hunger was there, the speed was there, but all of a sudden you'd end up, 3-4 players in one spot on the ice. And, I'm looking back and I'm thinking about the Stanley Cup winning Blackhawks of 2010, 2013, 2015. They were perfectly spaced. They need to have 4 guys on the ice, but they knew where they needed to be in relation to everybody else. And so that was my critique the first few games. I'm like, okay, these guys they don't have that feeling yet. But even after, especially after last night's game too, I'm seeing they're starting to figure it out. You got, it's not just 1 or 2 guys on the team who are putting up points. You have a lot more depth. And I was looking at their lines. I'm like, you got Doc Bedard, Burakovsky, line 1. Then you got line 2, Teravainen, Nazar, Bertuzzi. That line's great. All right. Mm-hmm. And then third line, when I was looking earlier today, I'm like, Donato, okay. I don't have Dickinson and Mikheyev. I wasn't too sure about, but I'm like, Mikheyev, all right. This guy, he can help. He can help produce. Ryan Green, fourth line. Lucas Reichel, producing. Shout out to Nick Foligno and his family and their daughter. We hope everything goes well with her surgery. For those of you who don't know, Nick Foligno, he sat out last night. His daughter's undergoing surgery related to her congenital heart disease, 12 years old. So hope everything happens well with them and that he gets back to the ice soon. But even without a veteran player, real keystone in your team like that to still perform, I was impressed. I was also saying I didn't really like Soderblom, but he had some great saves last night. If he could stay healthy between him and Spencer Knight, this team, they may be going deep over here. We'll get at least 1 round of playoffs. Prediction. All right.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I would hope so.
We'll sneak in there.
But with that, whoa, that came out of nowhere. But with that being said, I mean, you're talking the Chicago Blackhawks, the Montreal Canadiens, and the Buffalo Sabres are all like within months of being the youngest team in the NHL.
Youth will win a cup. Connor Bedard said it great in that post-game interview with Nazar. We don't want a cup in 3 years. We want to win now. That's the right mentality. That's what you need.
Yeah. So coming up, like I said, on the other side of this break, we're going to be talking some NASCAR. As you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM.
This is Larry Jones, and I'd like to talk to you about my bank, American Eagle Bank in South Elgin. Has your bank changed names in the last 10 years? Is your bank another faceless branch with headquarters in another city? Are you tired of earning next to nothing on your savings account or certificates of deposit, or does your personal banker treat you like a stranger? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you're ready for a new banking experience, and American Eagle is the place for you. American Eagle is a locally owned independent bank that's rooted in the community, and American Eagle customers are greeted by name and treated with the respect that they deserve. American Eagle has an innovative program, Eagle Savings, that teaches your children to save while earning prizes and rewards. American Eagle offers great rates on certificates of deposit. My bank is located in South Elgin on Randall Road between the Target and Caputo's and is open Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 847-742-7400, and a real person will answer the phone. American Eagle Bank, a place where you matter.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Centos. A car crashed through the window of the American Science and Surplus store on Monday afternoon. American Science and Surplus at 33W361 Roosevelt Road in unincorporated Kane County near Geneva shared photos on Facebook just before 2 p.m. Monday showing the car at rest in the corner of the store, glass shattered and merchandise knocked over around it. The driver reportedly put the vehicle into drive instead of reverse by mistake and crashed into the store, according to a report from CBS News. Authorities say there were no indications the driver, who had 3 children in the car, was impaired. The DuPage County Sheriff's Office recently issued a warning to residents amid a surge in phone scams in which the caller poses as a member of law enforcement, sometimes using real names and information to dupe their target. The scammers may tell victims they are part of an investigation or have an outstanding arrest warrant. The caller then advises the victim that they must send payment via wire transfer, gift card, cryptocurrency, or other means to avoid being taken into custody. Residents who believe they have been targeted by scammers can report scam calls via the FTC fraud page. Teenagers on Instagram will be restricted to seeing PG-13 content by default and won't be able to change their settings without a parent's permission, according to a Meta announcement Tuesday. This means kids using teen-specific accounts will see photos and videos on Instagram that are similar to what they would see in a PG-13 movie. Anyone under 18 who signs up for Instagram is automatically placed into restrictive teen accounts unless a parent or guardian gives them permission to opt out. OpenAI is partnering with Walmart to let shoppers make purchases directly within ChatGPT, furthering the artificial intelligence company's push to turn its chatbot into a virtual merchant as it seeks to boost revenue. Walmart said the new offering will give customers the option to simple chat and buy. That means the retailer's products would be available through instant checkout in ChatGPT, allowing users to buy anything from meal ingredients or household items to other goods they might be discussing with the chatbot. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Centos. Members of the marching bands from 5 Elgin Area School District U46 high schools will perform during a showcase at Streamwood High School's Millennium Field on West Schaumburg Road on Thursday. The program begins with a performance of the national anthem at 6 p.m., followed by the Streamwood High School's band at 6:15, Elgin at 6:45, Larkin at 7:15, Bartlett at 7:45, and South Elgin at 8:15. Admission is free and gates open at 5:30 p.m. A total of 132 runners from Aurora successfully completed the 2025 Bank of America Chicago Marathon on Sunday, joining more than 50,000 participants who crossed the finish line in Grant Park. This year's marathon, the 47th edition of the event, attracted runners from all 50 states and over 120 countries. The 26.2-mile race started and ended in Grant Park with runners traversing 29 of Chicago's neighborhoods.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Tonight, a slight chance of rain showers before 7 p.m. Partly cloudy with a low around 55. Looking ahead to tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 75, with temperatures falling to around 73 in the afternoon. Currently, it is 66 with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
We've had some fun with my name. This election is deadly serious. That's why we released a detailed plan to take on Trump, repeal Trump's Medicaid cuts, and stop presidents from
available on Amazon in hardcover, paperback, and editions. The paperback is also available at other book retailers. Check out Michael Tuman's webpage at Scilink.net. That's Papa Sierra Yankee Lima India November Kilo November Echo Tango.
Ready to tackle your junk piles? Call the Junk Luggers. From old furniture to entire cleanouts, we do the heavy lifting. And here's the best part. We rehome and recycle as much as possible to keep it all out of landfills. Feel good about your cleanout the green way. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today for your eco-friendly, stress-free service.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. ride from the Chicagoland to lands afar with Derrick Geyer, your sports czar. The game's a place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast takes, no time to blink. The Windy City roar, the fans ignite. Your circus of sports under radio light. Big time sports, feel the roar, where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome back into hour 2 of Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. I am your sports czar. I am your ringmaster. I am your sports stupid one. STOOPID. I am Derrick Geyer. And that laughter that you hear is none other than Bob Mariner.
Hey there, folks. How y'all doing?
Hey there, hi there, ho there. And before we chit-chat anymore, I think I have this queued up right, so...
Spectacular win in Atlanta earlier this year, and another spectacular win at the hands of the 9. The closing stages. Bubba in the wall. Hamlin thinks he's got it. Elliott says, no, you don't. I'm going through to the round of 8 with a win. My second at Kansas Speedway. Here's what it looked like for the Georgian.
Yeah, that's pretty... Oh.
Get out of my way.
Wow.
I'm going to take this victory.
Rubbing is racing, Harry. All right, and that was courtesy of NASCAR.
Thank you, NASCAR.
Yeah, thank you, NASCAR.
All right. Now, that was the finish of the Hollywood Casino 400 at Kansas Motor Speedway. Now, so that was a few weeks ago. There is Sunday, September 28th. Chase Elliott.
Oh,
what a finish! Hey, I love seeing that any day. What I kind of want to talk about is what happened. Actually, this past Sunday, October 12th, Mr. Dennis James Hamlin driving the Joe Gibbs Toyota number 11 at South Point 400, Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Not only Denny Hamlin's 6th win on the season and locking him into the round of Final Four for NASCAR, given only 2 races left, Talladega and Martinsville, before we go to Phoenix, November 2nd for our final race. 6 wins on the season, but that wasn't the story. The story is Denny Hamlin becoming a 60-time Cup Series race winner. Now, 0 championships, sadly. Guy's been racing 20 years, but 60 wins. That puts him only 3 behind Kyle Busch, but yeah, he's getting up there in the ranks of some good ones right there. There are some people he'll never be able to touch, and I don't think anybody will, like Mr. Richard Petty. I believe he's got 200. But to be up there, 60 wins, it's a long career, and very happy for Mr. Denny Hamlin. The waterworks were going. I was listening to his podcast today, Actions Detrimental, on the way in. And if you're watching the broadcast, when he flipped the visor up, you could see how emotional he got. His dad's not doing well. This victory was for his dad. And Denny Hamlin, kind of a heel in NASCAR. So it was really good to see him get out of the car and not hear boos. The crowd knew how important this was to him. And all the former crew chiefs that he's worked with before throughout his career, it was really nice that they all came up to him after the race and shared a couple words. They knew how much that meant. And even the ones who weren't on site, he even got texts from. I said it was pretty amazing. Denny Hamlin was about maybe 5th place, around 15 laps left to go. He was going high. He was going low. He was trying to go everywhere somebody else wasn't, looking for that clean air. And sometimes he guessed right, sometimes he guessed wrong, but he drove that car harder. They made some adjustments through the day, and he even said himself, they were asking him, how did you pull away and make it through the end and just beat everybody else? I know your car was fast, but what did you change? He said, I pushed the pedal harder. He goes, I know it sounds a little weird, he's a little stupid, but he's like, honestly, I tried to drive it faster. And he did. I pedaled to the metal.
Yeah, and speaking of, I think I actually have the right one queued up now, so...
Oh, boy.
One down low. Kyle Busch is in the mix, 2 in the 8.
That spot that Denny Hamlin gained during that crash gave him the opportunity to make this move. You mentioned it. I had talked about how the 8 hadn't found any speed, but today they had found something that Kyle likes in that 8 car. I think Hamlin's going to get him down the bottom. There it is. Hamlin through. Is there enough time? That is not what Briscoe wanted to see, because this 11 car is fast. 4.5 laps for Denny Hamlin to make the championship 4 in his quest for his first championship.
So he started off this clip
wins,
at number 5. He moved up to number 3.
Joe Gibbs Racing,
oh, yes.
not that long ago, was
and he's going up against his teammate here, number 19.
How do they race each other?
Briscoe.
What's the level of respect?
Now, you can see how fast this car is.
Yeah.
He can go high, he can go low. He's still moving.
Remember, it's a 2-tire stop versus a 4-tire stop. Denny's better equipped with 4 new tires and takes the lead. Big time moments for big time athletes.
And now he's
Denny
number
Hamlin
2.
Trying to put his name as the first to advance. He needs 3.25 more perfect laps because Larson is back on the offensive. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank.
Oh, and he's like way out there now.
To determine Denny Hamlin going to the championship 4.
At this point, Kyle Larson can't catch him. Kyle Larson, one of the stronger drivers on the track as well.
Coming back from those early race challenges, the 44-year-old veteran who is still searching for that elusive championship. Well, he's going to get win number 60. He's won in Vegas before, but maybe this is the most important win. Denny Hamlin is going to Phoenix. Woo, let's go, D8. How about that?
Oh, yeah, he is really emotional.
He said the last 2 laps, it was just tears streaming down his face. As soon as he started pulling away from Kyle Larson, he got emotional. How could you not?
Yeah. And once again, that was courtesy of NASCAR there.
Hey, so he beats out Kyle Larson by 1.533 seconds. So a second and a half. That's quite a gap in NASCAR. Especially going up against Kyle Larson, one of the better drivers in the series right now. But Denny Hamlin did announce that he's going to be retiring after next season. And I believe this is his year. It's time to punch his ticket. He won more races than any other driver. He's got a great car. The Joe Gibbs team they're killing it. And I'd just love to see that happen, especially with everything that's gone on with Denny and Michael Jordan owning 2311 and a whole federal lawsuit against NASCAR, an antitrust kind of deal there. But to see him cap off a season like this with all the trials and tribulations, it would be really, really nice. Now, it's not the only story about last weekend's race. There was a little miscommunication between Ty Dillon, number 10, and the 24 of William Byron. William Byron trying to secure his place in the Final Four for the NASCAR season, ended up getting into the back of a number 10 Ty Dillon car that was slowing down to pit. Now, how this works is the spotters for each car are supposed to communicate with each other. So if the number 10's in front and he's slowing down to pit, they go, hey, number 24, watch out for this guy. He's coming to pit road. Nobody said anything. They said there was miscommunication. The 24's day was over. Went right into the back of the number 10, crashed out both of them. So the spotter, Mr. Joe White, formerly now a spotter for Ty Dillon, lost his job. Now, I don't really agree with how they did this. If you mess up at your job, they can you. You know, if they have you stay to the end of the day and then they fire you, I don't really agree with that. They didn't just make him stay to the end of the day. He got in the hauler and drove all the way from Vegas all the way to Talladega in Alabama, and then they fired him. Poor Joe White. So on Twitter over here, we got Jordan Bianchi. And let's see, he's a motorsports reporter for The Athletic. He tweeted, Joe White, Ty Dillon's former spotter, spoke to The Athletic about the Las Vegas crash that took out William Byron at Vegas. And learned yesterday he had been fired from Dillon's spotter. Well, Joe White retweeted this saying, just to be clear, here's a story of what happened last Sunday. I did, in fact, go down and tell the spotter of the 24 that we were pitting, and he misinterpreted the information. That's what happened. That's a little he said, she said. William Byron and his team said they didn't say anything to us. The number 10 says, hey, I waved to the 24 to let him know I was going to pit. Mm-hmm. Maybe I was too far ahead and he didn't see me. To be fair, yeah, you got other things on your mind when traveling at 108 miles an hour. Maybe
108 or 180.
He said you might not see somebody stick their hand out the window. Although when somebody tells you you're number one, nobody ever seems to miss that. But
yeah, I've been told that a couple of times this week, unfortunately. And usually it's being tailgated at allegedly going like 90 miles an hour on the Kennedy.
So
I don't understand that.
Maybe not a good just not a good week altogether for the Dillons over here. So his brother Austin Dillon, Chase Holden on Twitter, and Chase Holden, motorsports truther, and NASCAR and IndyCar, host the Motorsports Report at Dirty Mo Media. Shout out to Dirty Mo Media, Dale Jr.'s podcast, his station. I love that stuff. He tweeted, looks like Austin Dillon's hauler absolutely destroyed a gate at Talladega. Go ahead and check out Chase Holden's Twitter, at Garage Guy Chase on Twitter. He's got a video of Austin Dillon's hauler pulling into Talladega, and he's totally destroyed one of the guard fences. Just dragged it right underneath the hauler. It's stuck in the back wheels. So, yeah, the Dillons not having a good go of it between Vegas and Talladega.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a oopsie.
Yeah, a little bit of an oopsie there.
So it kind of being like a little rough thing when, you crash out on the wreck or race. You're out of it. You're not getting the points and everything that you want. You're trying to qualify for the championship. Oh, yeah. You get the... Oh, here it is. Okay. So, and...
Just...
bad luck. Yeah, bad luck. And then your quote-unquote professional truck driver destroys a gate at Talladega.
So
easy for me to say.
One brother loses a spotter. The other brother loses the driver for their hauler.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, not a good week for that racing team for the well, not a good week. It's a bad week.
For the 10 and for the 3. Yeah. I think they're just going to want to forget the entire weekend.
Yeah.
Now moving on to Talladega.
Well, hold on. Put a pin in that thought. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. On the other side, we will be moving forward to Talladega, Alabama. Well, Talladega Raceway, anyway. Big Top Sports.
Get ready for Around the House every Saturday night from 5 to 7 p.m. on WRMN AM 1410. If you're a homeowner or contractor looking to tackle those projects that feel a bit too big, this is the show for you. Join Eric along with his knowledgeable guests as they dive deep into everything from DIY renovations to creating a healthy home environment. We'll provide you with the tools and tips you need to complete your projects with confidence and ease. But it's not all work and no play. We believe in having fun. Our passion for home improvement shines through as we help you save time, money, and reduce the stress of DIY. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, don't miss Around the House. Tune in every Saturday night and let's tackle those home projects together.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers' rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM.
Welcome to WRMN, your trusted voice in the Fox River Valley for over 75 years. We bring you fact-based news, good faith discussions, and entertainment that brings people together. From national headlines to local stories, WRMN is your home for thoughtful dialogue and community engagement. No matter the time of day, where you're listening from, or who you are always welcome here. Thanks for making us a part of your day. This is the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
When your car is making a strange noise, no matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone in your community, or just taking a deep, calming breath when you need it. Nice. For mental health resources, check out loveyourmindtoday.org. At loveyourmindtoday.org, you'll find information that may help you get through a tough time. Things like tips for dealing with stress, how to navigate difficulties like financial worries, anger, substance use, and more. You can also find real stories of how people navigated their own mental health challenges. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. I'm your host, Derrick Geyer, alongside Bob Mariner. Before we went to break, Bob was going to give us the lowdown on the race in Alabama at the Talladega racetrack. Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, so we got a big old race coming up over here. Going to Talladega, just a little bit east of Birmingham, Alabama. Now, this is the largest racetrack that we have on the circuit and largest racetrack in America. You're looking at just over 2.5 miles long, 33-degree banking in the turns. Yeah, tri-oval. I'll be actually at the race this Sunday. It'll be my second Cup Series race, my third NASCAR race overall. I can't wait. My wife's not too happy because, like I said, it's a big track. It's a mile from where the parking lot is to where our seats are.
Well, I'm sure they'll have like trolleys or dinghies or whatever, to hike everyone back and forth. But
I think I'll just feed her a couple beers, and that should help the walk a little bit, right?
Okay, fair enough.
It is Talladega after all. Yeah, so we're going the Yellowwood 500, Talladega Super Speedway, and we're entering the round of 8. I was going to the second race in the round of 8, leaving 3 races left in the season. 2 more chances for drivers to secure their spot in that final last race on November 2nd at Phoenix.
Now,
and one person to point in. So the above the cut line, if the race is ended today, we have Denny Hamlin, who had won the last race. Mm-hmm. And you have Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and Chase Briscoe. Now, Christopher Bell and Chase Briscoe in places 3 and 4 race for Joe Gibbs Racing, just like Denny Hamlin. Now, Joe Gibbs, the coach, he's got to be happy. That's the coach who was formerly
Washington
Redskins.
Now the Commanders.
Happens to have a really good race car team too. They had 3-year guys already above the cut line. Awesome. Now trying to steal one of those spots, the bottom 4 under the cut line is William Byron of Hendrick Motorsports driving the 24 Chevy. You have Chase Elliott driving the number 9 Chevy for Hendricks as well. My least favorite driver, Joey Logano, the number 22 of Team Penske.
That Logano guy, he can't catch a break, man.
Oh, no, he catches every break. He's also probably one of the best at saving fuel. So the guy,
so he knows how to draft.
He's cold and calculated. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, I'd say when other people at the end of the race are almost running out of fuel, he's so good at saving that he's got extra to burn. Mm-hmm. And then probably that's one of the guys who's got just the worst luck when it comes to playoffs. Now it's Ryan Blaney, also driving forward for Team Penske.
So
he's the Penske driver I do like.
Gotcha. So you're going down there to Talladega, and where are you sitting approximately? Do you know? or is it like first come, first serve, or is it like,
no. No, I'm going to be, let's say, about 25 rows up, and I will be just before the finish line, to the left of the finish line.
Oh, okay.
Up in the grandstand. I'm gonna have a nice view of the entire 2.5 mile track. Most people say when you go to Talladega, the higher you sit, the better. When you do have a track that large, you do want to be able to see everything.
Okay.
And now don't get me wrong. I'm going to go down and I'm going to grab onto the fence and feel my my heart and rib cage
your
rattle.
soul leave your body as everyone's running around at like close to 200 miles an hour.
It's a different feeling. Hold on to your hats. It will blow off. Right.
Oh, that's awesome. So, as a fan going down there, you already know kind of what to expect because you've already experienced, racing at that level. But let's say for myself, what are some of the things that you are looking forward to, like when you're going down there? I mean, are there going to be bands? Are there, the in circle or the infield?
So the infield. What do they call it? The snake pit at Talladega.
Okay.
That's one of those things that Talladega is known for getting just a little bit wilder. If anybody just does a cursory search, what do I expect at Talladega? They say, don't go to the infield if you have your children with you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of gets a little rowdy down there.
Yeah, it's known for its history of drinking, redneck engineering, unruly behavior. And do yourself a favor, just hop on Twitter and see what's left over at Talladega on Monday. I believe last year, there was a washing machine left in the infield, mattresses. I think there was one that was just 12 raw, unbagged chickens.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm sure that, some of those things made sense, before everybody left. But, it's a mystery when you come to clean up the next day.
Yeah, I mean, no more weirder than, say, porta potty hopping or whatever when they're doing their pregame tailgate up there for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Or, their table diving stuff in Pittsburgh. And so I don't know.
Activities associated with Talladega infield party have included drinking, setting objects on fire, flipping cars,
flipping cars?
Oh, you probably brought a junker down there with the intention of doing it in the first place.
Okay.
They say a Woodstock Mardi Gras type atmosphere. So
free love, baby.
Yeah. Oh, I'm married, so I don't know about the free love thing over here.
Well, hopefully you're getting a little something from your wife, as you're going. Are you bringing your kids?
No, they got to work.
So this is a fun trip for mom and dad to go down there and experience.
Of course.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Now it's also
maybe your kids are into it too.
It's Halloween, so why not take her to a haunted track? We got the spooky season.
Well, let's see. That's on Friday, so what is it? The 19th?
Yeah, Sunday the 19th.
Yeah,
it'll be a 1 p.m. race, and that's one of those things I can't tell you who to pick in that race. Survive is how Talladega works. There's going to be a big one. It's going to be at least 13, 15 car pile up, and anybody can win. The favorite starts at plus 1,100.
The favorite
starts at plus 1,100.
Wow. Okay, so that should tell you something right there.
Yeah, if you want to make some money, say go. This is the race to bet a long shot.
Wow.
Anybody could win. People who've never won a race in their life before sneak on through on a crash in the last lap, and hey, cement your name in history.
Yep. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Centos. A total of 132 runners from Aurora successfully completed the 2025 Bank of America Chicago Marathon on Sunday, joining more than 50,000 participants who crossed the finish line in Grant Park. This year's marathon, the 47th edition of the event, attracted runners from all 50 states and over 120 countries. The 26.2-mile race started and ended in Grant Park with runners traversing 29 of Chicago's neighborhoods. The Chicago Marathon published a complete list of local runners who ran in the race. All results were unofficial as of Monday afternoon. A Burbank woman was cited in a crash last week that left 3 people hospitalized, including one that was seriously hurt, according to Batavia police. 21-year-old Belinda Gomez Matube was issued a citation for failure to yield, vehicle turning left after the crash that occurred at around 8:55 p.m. last Tuesday at the intersection of North Randall Road and McKee Street. The preliminary investigation revealed a Chevy Trailblazer driven by Gomez Matube was driving north on Randall Road when the driver attempted to turn left and crashed into a Dodge Ram headed south on Randall Road. Extrication was required after the collision. Gomez Matube and the 28-year-old Dodge driver were hospitalized with non-life-threatening injuries and were soon released. A 24-year-old man who rode in the Chevy was receiving advanced medical treatment as of Wednesday of last week. Members of the marching bands from 5 Elgin area school district U46 high schools will perform during a showcase at Streamwood High School's Millennium Field on West Schaumburg Road on Thursday. The program begins with a performance of the national anthem at 6 p.m., followed by the Streamwood High School's band at 6:15, Elgin at 6:45, Larkin at 7:15, Bartlett at 7:45, and South Elgin at 8:15. Admission is free and gates open at 5:30 p.m. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
What was that?
That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud Phone System. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very...
Calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to handle the busy holiday season, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
For nearly 50 years, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council and Kane Senior Council have been dedicated to serving seniors in DuPage and Kane counties. Established in 1975, the DuPage Senior Citizens Council is a volunteer-driven 501c3 non-for-profit organization committed to helping older adults live with dignity. From providing nutritious meals to offering support services, the Kane Senior Council is there every step of the way. With programs designed to enhance independence and quality of life, they're proud to make a difference in the lives of their senior neighbors. To learn more or to volunteer, visit them at 418B Airport Road in Elgin or head to their website at caneseniorcouncil.org. Give them a call at 630-338-0999. That's 630-338-0999. That's the Kane Senior Council, caring for seniors because they deserve to live with dignity and respect. Visit caneseniorcouncil.org or call 630-338-0999 today.
This is Will Walker with your Fox Valley forecast. Tonight, a slight chance of rain showers before 7 p.m. Partly cloudy with a low around 55. Looking ahead to Friday night, a slight chance of rain showers between 7 p.m. and 1 a.m., then showers and thunderstorms likely. Mostly cloudy with a low around 60. Currently, it is 64 and partly cloudy. With your Fox Valley forecast, I'm Will Walker on WRMN, the talk of the town.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland. Football frenzy and hoops so high. Baseball swinging as seasons fly. Hockey blaze cutting swift and true. Sports carousel spinning just for you. Big time sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And there I am. Welcome back to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. I'm your host with the least. I am Derrick Geyer, and that laughter that you hear, that is Bob Mariner joining me today. And as we just wrapped up our talk about NASCAR and Talladega, yes, Jeff's Train World, go Blackhawks. You missed that. You missed that talk in the very beginning. Well, probably about like the bottom hour of the show at the 6:30 hour. So,
Jeff, I hope you feel as good about the Blackhawks as we do. Right?
Yeah, and if you want to listen to our takes on it, go back to YouTube.com at WRMN Radio, or if you want to join in on what we're going to be talking about shortly. The telephone number is 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. Or the text line at 505-926-1410. 505-926-1410. And is there anything that you want to, put a pin in, or not put a pin in, but wrap up as far as like Talladega, Alabama, and,
Yeah, fun little factoid.
Okay, go for
I wouldn't
it.
even say factoid, but a little lure around Talladega Super Speedway. The legend goes is that it's haunted. Yeah, I know it's October, it's spooky season. So the little story behind this is that Andrew Jackson and some fellow Native Americans around the area of Talladega Super Speedway had seized that land from the Creek tribe that previously resided where Talladega Super Speedway is now. Now, the Creek tribe didn't like that, and the shaman cursed the land. And there's been, track workers who have claimed that they've seen ghostly apparitions of Native Americans, and most famously, Bobby Isaac in 1973, leading a race at Talladega, when he heard voices tell him to stop racing and that he was in grave danger, stopped leading the race, pulled in the pit lanes, got out the car, didn't race again.
That day or forever?
He was done.
Oh.
Yeah. He heard that voice clear as day when he was leading the race at Talladega in 1973, and he said, "That's enough for me." So, yeah, I don't know if y'all believe in ghosts or not. Hopefully I don't see anyone on there. Who knows? I guess it depends on...
I believe in it. I've lived it. I've experienced it. So has Susie C. in the morning show here at WRMN. Oh, no, the basement is haunted here. They brought in the paranormal experts and everything, and yeah, they declared it. And some not too savory ghosts at that one. And then every once in a while, we'll hear like banging and stuff here in the studio, and stuff doesn't necessarily work, and we have no explanation why. Apparently, there's a ghost, kind of a friendly ghost, not quite Casper the Friendly Ghost.
More like Slimer?
No, thank goodness on that one. But, they call him Mike.
Okay.
So Mike is, every once in a while, like, I think messing with stuff here. I think I've experienced it like once, before. I'm like, come on, Mike, please, I'm just trying to do this thing. I'm trying, and, he kind of stopped, which is cool. But yeah.
Hey, Mike, you feel free to, give me a sign, say hi at some point, Yeah,
right.
I want to make friends with Mike. I want to make sure I'm on his good side over here, just in case.
Yeah.
We are here a little late at night.
Bob, Mike.
What's up, Mike? Are you a radio personality in your previous life?
Yeah. And so are we cool with that? Any other
cool.
little factoids or anything?
Yeah, which I think we'll leave it at that. I'll give you my pick. My pick to win.
And you said like during the break, I think it was during the break, like the odds to win this because you're expecting like a 13, 14 car pile up or whatever at some point in the race?
There's always a big one at Talladega.
Okay.
I did say right before the break, the favorites started at plus 1,100. Well, I pulled up Fox Sports. I know lines have changed since I looked earlier. Now the favorite is my pick, William Byron, at plus 1,000. Still crazy for the favorite right there.
Yeah, right.
William Byron is driving the number 24 Chevy for Hendricks Motorsports. Like I said, he had a bad beat last week, and I think he's got the determination. He's good at drafting tracks, and like I said, there's going to be a big crash, but he can stay. If you stay out front, you can avoid the rat's nest that happens back there and not get collected. So I think William Byron, he got rid of his bad luck last week, and I say he punches his ticket to the next round at the Elwood 500 this Sunday, Talladega Superspeedway.
Nice.
Aside from that, make sure you check back with me. I'll have some stories next week about some of the fun stuff that I've seen at the infield and a little race recap over here as well.
Yeah, well, that's why you're in. You're my hockey, and you're definitely my NASCAR dude.
Oh yeah. Mr. Kyle Busch, getting one of his former crew chiefs back for next season. So maybe that will save his season. I know we talked last week about how terrible of a season my favorite driver had. Former number 18. Now I just got to cover up the 1. So he's number 8 now. But hey, maybe one guy will change it. I was a little skeptical at first, but that makes me think about the Bears and Ben Johnson. And I'm like, wow, is one guy really going to, you know what? One guy can do it. Shift the mood and get people actually trying a little harder over here. Make them feel like winners.
Well, I don't know if they they should feel like winners considering that they've won 3 straight. Now I just hope that they go into the next game and take care of business at home against the New Orleans Saints.
I think they'll be all right in that one.
Where they should take care of business, but if they're looking past this team, it could be anything but a victory. So I'm cautiously optimistic with them, but as you said, one person can change the course of the season, and Ben Johnson and his way of conducting business definitely seems to.
Those locker room meetings, he said, these speeches, my God. I mean, it makes me get amped up hearing his speeches in the locker room.
Oh yeah. And then hearing the reports of like Justin Fields being like amped up, like as Ben Johnson is talking into his headset, calling plays and everything. I got the perfect play for you. This is going to work. This is going to be the one. This is, so he hypes it up and then he gives him the play and everything.
Justin Fields.
I'm sorry, Caleb Williams.
I was like,
negative 10 yards last week. How do you have negative 10 passing yards last week? Anyway,
he'll find a way.
Yeah, he'll find a way. But thank you for correcting me on that one. Yeah, but so Caleb Williams is so excited about like the way that Ben Johnson is calling the plays, but sometimes it's like he goes and he says like, man, I don't know if this play is going to work. I don't think this play is going to work. Trust me, this play is going to work. It's going to be the bomb. Blah blah blah. Look for the X or the Z or I don't know how Ben Johnson hypes him up or how he's talking to him, but sure enough, they run the play and it's there. And now all of a sudden, Caleb Williams is buying into what Ben Johnson is selling and vice versa. Now, if we could just get the wide receivers to hold on to the ball when they have nothing but green grass in front of them, and
get some stick 'em.
Yeah, right.
A pint there.
Well, that play with Zacchaeus in the fourth quarter, my goodness, he could still be running. But with that being said, I mean, I did the math yesterday, right? And are you aware that I'm sure you're aware, being a Bears fan, or maybe not, that the Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer in their franchise's history. That. So over 100 years of playing football in the NFL, the Bears are the only franchise that do not have a passer with over 4,000 yards. If Caleb Williams was to just do what he's been doing for the first 5 games of the season, he will have 4,000 yards.
He's on pace.
He's on pace for the 4,000-yard season. Now, this is where I'm being greedy here.
What, do you want 5,000?
Well, Smurf, yeah, I want 5,000. I mean, come on. I mean, with that, hell yeah, I want. Of course I want.
That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Let me see here.
But no, watch, he'll kill us. He'll get like 3,999.
Well, I mean, that is also a distinct possibility as well.
Oh, where are the lines in Vegas for that? Because I'm pretty sure they're going to have a little poll. I'd like to see what kind of radios those referees have in their ears, and like,
yeah, right.
I'd like to get in, on that channel right there and hear.
Okay,
what's being said.
The reason why I'm so optimistic, and after my count yesterday, I do believe that the Bears could possibly win 11 games.
That was my prediction at the beginning of the season, and people were laughing at me.
Well,
I heard a lot of 5 or 6 at most.
See, and yeah,
little faith. Don't talk that way about your Bears if you're a Bears fan before the season even starts, too. I'm like,
true, because I had the way that my head was thinking and the way that my heart was thinking. My heart is saying wild card, right?
Yeah,
very very tough, division that they're in, but the Vikings are Vikinging, so I pretty much think that they're done. But I mean, the Bears still have to play them again in Minnesota. And then, the Lions just seem to be a juggernaut, even though they got their butts handed to them last week by Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, Jared Goff is still Jared Goff.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't discount him after one game. And Chiefs, yeah, I don't even want to think about the Chiefs.
Well, but if you look at it, the Bears are taking on the 1-5 Saints. That should be another win.
It should be.
Should be. Now, if everything holds true and the Ravens don't get back Lamar Jackson in another week, that should be another win because their defense has been trash. Absolute trash, and they don't have any offense, except maybe Derrick Henry. Then you're talking about the Bengals, who are minus Joe Burrow. However, Joe Flacco, not looking too shabby.
No, not at all.
Which really surprised the hell out of me. That's another 3 wins right there. So it brings the season to 6-2, right?
I mean, tonight's game, I mean, that's
yeah.
good.
Well,
I know it's already started. But.
Yeah, it's already started, and the Pittsburgh Steelers are up 7-0 in the waning ends of the first quarter.
As much as I despise Aaron Rodgers, he's
having
the
a
winning
resurgence.
Quarterback I'm looking at.
Resurgence. Then after the Bengals, you're talking the New York Giants. I don't know what to make of the Giants, so I'm going to skip this game.
Are you even going to watch, or you just
no? Well, I'm not going to give like a prediction on it right now.
Yeah.
But then the Bears go and they play Minnesota. So that's 4 games. I don't think they will do very well against the Steelers. I don't think that they'll do very good against the Eagles. Although
I agree with you on both of those. I just hope that, Aaron Rodgers doesn't say that he still owns us.
Yeah, well, I said that at the very beginning of the year when I found out that the Steelers signed Aaron Rodgers, and look at that. Aaron Rodgers is coming back. The owner of the Chicago Bears is coming back to town.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that guy
then you got the Packers. Yeah, then you got the Packers. I don't know what to make of it yet. Then you have the Browns, whose defense has been really good, but they don't have a quarterback. That's another toss-up. Then you play in the Packers again in 2 out of 3 weeks. Not so sure about that.
We'll take one of those games.
Okay, so that's 5. Then we're going out. The Bears are going out to San Francisco to play the 49ers. That looks to be a 7:20 start. I'm not exactly sure what day December 28th is. And then you're finishing the schedule with the Lions. So with that being said, with the 5 wins that I've counted on my one hand here, that's 8 wins. Now, the Giants are potentially another win. That's 9 wins.
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say for Smurfs and Grins, you beat the Browns. That's 7 wins. That's 10 wins. And then a potential to beat the 49ers. That's 11 wins.
That is all totally feasible to me.
So, playoffs?
Yeah.
I mean, so with that right there, I mean, and then you're also talking about trash defenses. And when I'm talking about Caleb Williams and passing for 4,000 yards, the possibility is there because, let's be honest, the Ravens defense sucks. The Bengals defense, well, that's not very good.
No.
The Giants, not so much. But yet their offense is, a little bit better than what, I thought it was at least. And then you're going up against the Vikings, who have been pretty horrible this season.
Well, not the best luck.
No, not the best luck, but not the best passing defense either.
No.
And if the Bears come close to what they were doing in the first 3 quarters of that first game on Monday night, and there's not going to, well, hopefully, fingers crossed, eyes crossed, everything crossed, that there's not going to be another 17-point, implosion.
You gotta make us sit on the edge of our seats, almost have a heart attack.
Yeah.
That's one of the beautiful things about being a Chicago sports fan.
Oh yeah,
is becoming so exhausted from watching a game that you immediately pass out afterwards because the excitement is just so much.
Yeah, and let's not forget that Bears-Eagles game. That's on Black Friday, after Thanksgiving.
So
that's they only got 5 games in between.
Rest.
So you got right.
It was the rest.
So you got the Steelers on a Sunday. Aaron Rodgers coming to town. 5 days, not even, going to the Eagles and playing in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So that that's going to be
turnaround, and that's 2 tough games right there.
Right.
Please, nobody get injured in that Eagles game.
Right.
Yeah.
Because after the Eagles, then you got the Pack in Green Bay.
Man, if the Bears could take both of those Packers games.
Oh, it would be phenomenal.
I mean, that was at the point last season. I'm just like, even if the Bears just beat the Packers just once, I don't care if they lose every other game.
Well, I kind of care because over the course of the last 2 seasons, I thought that the Bears should have been in the playoffs. Now, with Coach Eberflus and Eberflus and Shane Waldron, God, Nagy is like the gift that keeps on giving to my PTSD. Let's see, post-traumatic Bears disorder, PTBD.
There you go.
So, yeah, but I mean, it's looking hopeful. I'm hopeful. And yet I'm hopeful. I still have the post-traumatic Bears disorder, and I don't want the rug getting pulled out from under me. But I could also see it being where the Bears are on this winning streak. They've already got 3 games in a row, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They could potentially put together an 8-game winning streak.
I'm used to like losing streaks.
I know.
I almost didn't understand what you said. Winning streak? What is that? I haven't heard that term.
Yeah, you almost get like the record scratch, where it's like, or the nails on the chalkboard thing. Like, what are you talking about? I understand this is Big Top Sports and you're under the big top and all, but you're definitely talking, like you're in the crazy bin here.
Yeah, when's the last time the Bears had a long winning streak?
I don't know.
I know it's been a while. Let's see. I could tell you. Looks like our longest winning streak in a regular season was 17 consecutive games. It was back in
1985?
1933 to 1934.
Oh, geez. You had to go through like one season to the other.
Yeah, it was just it was a little while ago. I'm pretty sure that the NFL players back in the 30s weren't finely trained athletes that they are today.
No, they were smoking on the sidelines, having shots of whiskey or bourbon or whatever.
These guys they're probably working at the docks and and there were truck drivers and stuff the rest of the week, and that was just like
kidding.
Sunday was just to make a little extra dough.
Yeah, extra dough and just to get out of the house because you needed to. Okay, so the last time the Bears won 4 or more consecutive games was back in 2018 when they won the final 4 games of that regular season.
I kind of forgot everything that happened before COVID.
Yeah, I mean, and really, if you want to look at it, I mean, don't go back the last 10 years to see how many games the Bears have won or how many they went up against the Green Bay Packers. Hey, Brendan, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Howdy, Brendan.
Shout out to Brendan, who is always tuning in to all of our shows here on WRMN. He especially likes the WRMN morning show with Susie C., the Elliot, the L Train Serrano, and every once in a while myself as well. Especially today because it is what is Elliot going to put in his mouth today? And let me tell you, it wasn't half bad today.
I gotta tune in for that next time.
Yeah, I did not go gagging or anything, but Brendan's tuning in. He tunes in along with our other shows here on WRMN, Out to Lunch, the News Hour, Apolitical Talk, and of course here on Big Top Sports. Well, Bob, it has been a fun 2 hours.
It's time already, eh?
It's time already. Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Hey, yeah.
Anything you want to, shout out in the next 42 seconds?
Go Bears. Go Blackhawks. Go William Byron. Let's go Brewers. Take a World Series because we only lose to the best in this city when we lose, okay?
Okay, fair enough.
Hurts me to give love to Wisconsin.
Yeah, and I want them to win the World Series to kind of stick it to the Cubs. This way they can hopefully get their heads out of their arses and their pocketbooks right. And
put the fire in your belly, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing. But you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer and Bob Mariner. Until next time.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
It's what we were taught, trained, and told to do.
It could be for anything. Helping a friend move.
Listening to a fellow veteran for hours, at any hour of the day.
Or just simply making time for people. A neighbor, a loved one, or even a stranger.
We're often the first to help others. There's no question about it.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
Perhaps it's time to do for yourself what you would do for others.
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 8 o'clock.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Centos. Teenagers on Instagram will be restricted to seeing PG-13 content by default and won't be able to change their settings without a parent's permission, according to a Meta announcement Tuesday. This means kids using teen-specific accounts will see photos and videos on Instagram that are similar to what they would see in a PG-13 movie. Anyone under 18 who signs up for Instagram is automatically placed into restrictive teen accounts unless a parent or guardian gives them permission to opt out. OpenAI is partnering with Walmart to let shoppers make purchases directly within ChatGPT, furthering the artificial intelligence company's push to turn its chatbot into a virtual merchant as it seeks to boost revenue. Walmart said the new offering will give customers the option to simple chat and buy. That means the retailer's products would be available through instant checkout in ChatGPT, allowing users to buy anything from meal ingredients or house.